Hello, welcome back. This is my next Fog of War Sudoku, number 5 in the series that I've been making. It's not too difficult. There's a little bit of a trick towards the end, but you should hopefully see it and get it out. Most of the start of it's fairly easy. It's only got all the sort of simple rules that I've gone through already. But it's a bit of fun and hopefully it'll make you think a little bit. So I'll go through the rules with you now. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a V, sum to 5. Cells separated by an X, sum to 10. That's fairly simple. If there's a V there, those two add to 5. If there's an X there, those two add to 10. Cages add to the number in the top corner, and numbers cannot repeat in a cage. So the cages are these dotted lines, and the numbers in those cells have to add up to that number in the corner. And you can't have two numbers the same in the one cage. Black dots are in the ratio 1 to 2. That means that has to be a 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6 or 4, 8 pair on there. White dots are consecutive numbers, which means if you've got a white dot here, those two numbers have to be directly after each other, like 3, 4, 5, 6. Arrows sum to circles. So this example here, that arrow there has to sum up to that circle. So that and that has to add to that. Lines between circles add to the sum of the two circles sum. So if there's a circle here and a circle here and a line between them, the sum of those ones would have to equal the sum of the two circles together. Now, what am I up to? 4 numbers in a circle must be in the 4 surrounding cells. So there's a little circle with 4 numbers in it there. Then those 4 numbers have to be in those 4 cells surrounding that circle, but they can be in any random order. The number doesn't correspond with the cell necessarily, but it could do. Numbers outside the grid with arrows indicate the sum of that diagonal. So this 17 here, for example, is the sum of those 3. This 21 will be the sum of those 4. What else have we got? Numbers. The other number outside the grid is a numbered room. So there's only one other one that doesn't have an arrow, and that's a numbered room, which means the first number inside the grid tells how far along here that number 3 will be. So if that's a 4 there, then the 3 will be 1, 2, 3, 4 in that spot there. If that's a 6, the 3 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that spot there. And that's all the rules. So there's a link in the description below if you'd like to click on it and have a go at it yourself. And if you have any problems, come back and have a look at the solution. And I hope you enjoy the puzzle. I'll do the solution for you now. So obviously the easiest spot to start is this here. That has to add up to, can't be a 7 because we'd have to have 1, 1. I mean, you've got to have at least 1, 2 actually there. So that's got to be a 9, doesn't it? Very simple spot to start. And that's got to be a 1, 2 in there. Next spot is this one here. Has to be, we'll put the combination in. It's either a 1, 2, and then that cage has to add up to 10. So that has to be a 7. If it's a 2, 4, then that would be 6. We would need a 4, and you can't have 2, 4, 4. We can't have another 4 in the cage, so that doesn't work. 3, 6 we can't have because of that 6 there. 4, 8 is too many to add up to 10, so that's the only combination possible. There's no other, there's only 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and 3, 6, and 4, 8. That's the only possible combinations of 1 to 2 ratios. So that one's a 7. And now we've got that 9 there. These ones have to be add up to 8. So they can't be a 7, 1 because of that. They can't be a 6, 2. So they've got to be a 5, 3 pair. And that leaves in these two a 4, 8 pair. And now if we add up this cage, that one there has to be a 1. That has to add up to 19. What else do we have now? That one has to be, that's a white dot, so they have to be consecutive, which means that's, if that's a 4, that will be a 3 or a 5. If it's an 8, it'll be a 7 or a 9. Can't be a 7, so it could be a 9. So they're the only possibilities that go in there. We've got a 9, 7 in there somewhere, but we don't know where just yet, so I won't do anything with that yet. What else? We've got 20, they have to add up to 21. 6 and 7 is 13. If it's a 1, it's 14, and that would have to be a 7. If it's a 2, that makes 15, and that would have to be a 6. Now this, we don't know what that arrow is yet. It could be an arrow there, it could stop there, or it could keep on going and be one of those double circle ones that I was telling you about. So can't do anything with that yet. This one, okay, can't be a 1, 2. Could be 2, 4. Could be 3, 6. And it could be 4, 8. That doesn't eliminate much, does it? Can't do anything with that. That one's a bit hard to do just yet. This one is the next clue that's useful. The 4, 8 now that we've got the first number there, that tells us that this 3 has to be either 4 along, which it isn't, or 8 along, which means it has to be 8 along. So that has to be a 3. And that means that this number here has to be the 8, not the 4. Does that help much down here? We could put the numbers here. Oh, that tells us that's not a 9. And we could put the numbers in here. Not sure we can resolve it yet. 3 and 2 is 5, and that would have to be a 6, so that doesn't work. 3 and 1's 4, it could be a 7. 5 and 1 is 6, and that would have to be a 5. You can't have 2 5s. 5 and 2 is 7, and that could be a 4. So no, it didn't work out beautifully. We'll have to figure that out later. Nothing else we can do. I don't know if we can sum that. It's a bit hard at this stage. I think we'll leave that for a minute and see if we can work on this bit up here. So what have we got up here now? That's got to have a 3 or a 6 around it, and we can't have a 3 there, and we can't have a 3 in that box there, so that has to be a 3 there. That eliminates the 3, 6 pair from there. Now these two have to add up to either 9 or 10. A lot of combinations there, isn't there? Oh, we've got a 3, 5 down here that resolves. Nothing else resolves down there at this stage. The 9, 7 can still go anywhere. What else have we got that we can do something with? I guess I'll put these in and see. So if that was 9, you'd have to have 2, you could have 2, 7, you could have 4, 5, you could have 8, 1. No, you can't have 1. So, okay, so that's the only combinations. For that, if it was 10, you could have 2, 8, you could have 4, 6, and you could have 8. You can't have 8, 2 because of that. There's still quite a few combinations there, so I don't like the look of that. We could put these ones here in though. 3, we've got a 5, 6, 7 in there. So does that give us anything? That one's not a 6. Oh, it gives us that one as a 6. And that gives us, no, it doesn't give us those two squares, but it gives us an idea what they could be. They've got to be either a 2, a 4, or an 8, don't they, to complete that column. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that possible? 1, if that's a 2, that could be a 1 if that's a 2, so I guess it is possible. What about, oh, these two here, what can these two be? A 2 and a 9. 2, 9, 2, 9. If that was a 9, you couldn't have a 1, 1 there, so that's got to be a 2. And that's the 9. That gets rid of that 2. So now what possibilities have we got here? Oh, that's 4, 8 pair. Oh, I've missed something in there. I've missed a 1. There's got to be a 1, 4, 8 there too, not just a 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, okay, if that's a 2 and 1's 3, that would have to be an 8. If it's a 6, that would have to be a 5. And if it's 2 and 8's 10, that would have to be a 1. It's more combinations than I'd like. Can that be an 8, 4 now? I don't think it can. That can't be a 4, 8 pair because we've got to either have a 4 or an 8 there. We can't eliminate both of them. So that can't be an 8, 4 pair. So that gets rid of the 8 at least from there. Now that might eliminate some of these combinations, does it? Because 3 and 6 is 9, so it's 2, 7, 4, 5 for a 9, or 10's 2, 8, 4, 6. No, it doesn't eliminate any of them. Oh well. worth a try. So that one there has to be a 5, 6, 7 or 8 as well. Maybe we can do something with these corner things now. If that's 17, 2 from 17 is 15. Ah, yeah, that makes it easy. You can't 4 and something and 1 can't get 15, so that's got to be an 8 and a 7, doesn't it? That gives us that 5 and that 7. Now that helps. That gives us a 6. Gets rid of the 6, 7 there, and then 9 has to be 4, 5. It's the only possibility there, isn't it? 4, 5, and then the 2 and the 8. God gave us all of those, and that's a 1, and that now has to be an 8. Excellent. That was easy. I don't know if I even needed that 25 one there. You could have added up that 25 instead of the 17, I think. But anyway, I have a little extra clue for free there, for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 to go there. Not 8, I'm blind. It's a 9, 4, 9. Okay, I'm not looking carefully. Now there's a 9 there, so the 9 has to go there. Excuse me. What can we do now? Actually, this one here, 5, 4, 4 down there. This row, corner thing here adds 18. 5 and 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13, so that has to, those two have to add to 5, which is easy. It has to be a 1, 4. And that's opened up the grid a little bit more too. Now, next, what can go there? Can't be a 1, 9, can't be an 8, 2, can't be a 6, 4. Anything is a 7, 3 pair. Can't have 5, 5, so 7, 3 has got to be a 3 there, and a 7 there. That gives us that 5. And oh, now we've got a couple of V's. So V's can only be add up to 5, so they can only be 1, 4, 2, 3. And I've got a 4 there already, so it can't be a 1, 4 pair. So it's got to be a 2, 3 pair. And this one here, also because of that, has to be a 2, 3 pair. There's a 3 there, so that tells us that one's a 2. That one's a 3. That gives us the 9 there. And then this is a 6, 7 pair. And in here we've got a double circle, so that circle and that circle have to add up to those two. So what have we got in here? We've got 6, 8, 9. The 9 can't go there, the 6 can't go there, so it's got to be the 8. We've got a 6, 9 pair left in there, which gives us 15, so that has to be a 7. And these two, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 5, 8 pair. Now what? Might just have to put some normal numbers in to make and see what this one adds up to, I guess. Can't get anything with that one much at the moment. There's too many possibilities to go in there, I think. So I'll put these ones in and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Oh, did that? Oh, yes, that one there got resolved with that 2, 3. That can't be a 2 now. It has to be a 1. And that has to be a 2. So this one here is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Not 7 there. And that one there, we can actually get that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's got to be an 8, doesn't it? That gives us that 5 and that 8. Another 5. And another thing's popped up here. That's got to be... can we tell what that is yet? 1, 2, no. It could be 1, 2 that way. Could be 2, 4. Could be 3, 6. A few too many combinations there to do that just yet. The only thing it can't be is a 4, 8 because there's an 8 there and an 8 there. I'll see if we can get this one first. It might help. 8 from 21 is 13. So it can't be 1, obviously. These two have to add up to 13. 5 and 8 is 13. So it can't be a 5. It's got to be a 7. Oops, too many 7s. There's got to be a 7 there and a 6 there to add to 13. Gives us a 1. 5 gets rid of those 6s. And that might help here. Now we can't have a 1, 2. Got rid of one of them at least. So we can still have a 2, 4. But it has to go that way because of these. And we can have a 3, 6. But it has to go that way because of that 3. We can't have the 4, 8. That's a bit useless. Don't know what the point of that was. Actually I do really, but I think it resolves the end later on. Now, what have we got in here? Okay, I'll just put some numbers in here and see what we've got. There's a 1, 2, 3. The 3 has to go there. There's a 3 there and a 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to go there. So that's a 1, 6, 7. Oh, poop! I keep doing that. 1, 6, 7. 1, 6, 7. So that's not a 7. Oh, that gives us a 6, 7 pair. Gives us, that's a 1. Just one of them. It's not a 1. What's left in here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. It's not a 5. That's not an 8. So that 8 has to go there. I still don't think we can get this one because that could be a 5, 6, 7, 9. Could be anything, couldn't it? Might have to use that to work on though. We'll see what we've got here. We've got a 1, 2, not a 2, sorry, 1, 3, 4 has to be there, doesn't it? 1, 3, 4. That doesn't resolve anything. We've done that add up, we've done that add up, we've done all those. I don't think there's anything else except this one to look at. Every other clue I've been given to use except that one, but I couldn't resolve that one yet. Oh, what's in here? 1, that's got to be, what's the other numbers missing? A 2, 6 and a 9. 2, 6, 9. Did that help? No, that didn't help either. Okay, we shall have to look at this one. So what can go there? What can that sum up to? It can't be 1, 2, 3. It can be 4, 5, 6, 7 or 9. Alright, can it be a 4? We can't have 2, 2. We can't have a 3 in there, so we can't have 1, 3, so it can't be a 4. Can't have a 2, 3. Can't have a 4, 1. Can't be a 5. Can be a 6, 7, 9. And now this is the tricky bit you may not have seen, but there is a 6, 9, 7 triple there. So that means that can't be a 6, 7 or 9. So that only leaves, okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that one's not a 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're the only combinations we can have there. So how does that help? We can have 2, 4, 6, we can have 2, 5, 7, and we can have 4, 5, 9. Well, that didn't help greatly, did it? Now, where to go from here? We'll put in what we can have here, do you think? Will that help? Don't know that it will. That's got to give us a clue, surely, unless we can get something in here somewhere. What about just normal Sudoku? Can't get a 1, 2, or maybe something with none of these ones. A 5. There's no 5 there or there. There's got to be a 5 there. That doesn't help greatly though. 7. There's got to be a 7 there or there. Don't think that helps greatly either. 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. Haha, we have an 8 here. Maybe that will reveal something. It did. That might help. What have we got here? That can be a... Can't be an 8, 2 or a 7, 3. It's got to be a 1, 9 or a 6, 4, and the 6, 4 has to go that way. That tells us that's not a 5 now, so the 5 has to go there. The 7, still can't resolve the 7, can we? No. Well, it helped a little bit, but not enough. What else can we do? It's a bit tricky. We can put these numbers in here and see, but I can't see another obvious logical thing. This has to help, surely. 2, 4, 6, 2, 5, 7. Is there any way to eliminate one of those numbers? There's no triples or doubles. There is. There is a 4, 5 there. we cannot have 4, 5, 9. If you had a 4, 5 there, you couldn't have a 4 or a 5 there. So that one is not a 9. Now that was a tricky thing to see. Well, not that tricky, but an obvious thing to miss, I guess. Now, how does that help at all? That means we've got a 6, 7 there and there. Does that mean that one has to be or can't be a 6 now, or not? How will that work? If that's a... Oh, we've got a 6, 7 pair, of course, so that's got to be a 9. Easy. And that's got to be a 6. I was looking at silly, what do you call it, skyscraper-y things, and I've been reading the things about skyscrapers and trying to learn how to do all that, and I'm looking into it when you don't need to. Much easier way to do it. Now, so that because that's got to be a 6, 7, 6, 7, what does that mean? Does that give me any clues? Does that mean that can still be 2, 5, 7, 6, 7, 6? Did that give me anything? Not from there. I might still have to put these clues in over here, the ones that are left in here, I think. Alright, we'll see what's left in here. Unless I've missed something obvious. 2, 4. I could have 2, 4, 5 there. If it was 2, 4, 5, that would have to be 7, 6. Yeah, I don't think I can get that just yet. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 4, 9 there. That's not a 2. 1, 2, 4, 9 there. That's not a 1. I've got a 4, 5 pair. I had that before. 2, 4, no. I've got the 8 there. What about the 9s? Where can the 9s? Oh, they can go anywhere, can't they? I haven't got the 9s resolved yet. 2, 4. That didn't help there, did it? I might have to put all the clues in and see what we've got, do I? Alright, what's in this one here? There's a lot of clues, a lot of numbers to worry about, isn't it? What about this one? We're going to have 1, 2, we're going to have 3. Where can 3 go? 3 can't go there. Might just put some little corner numbers in and see if that helps. 3 can go there and there. 4. Does that help there? Because I've got a 3 has to go there or there. If that was a 3, that would be a 2. And then, yeah, it doesn't really help me, does it? What about if that was a 2? No, okay. We'll keep going. A 2 could go anywhere. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky at the end, isn't it? Alright, let's look at this one here. What can we have in here? So we've got 1, 4, 9, 5. 1, 4, 9, 5. That has to go in there. That's not a 1 or a 5. That's a... Ah, there we go. 4, 9 pair. That helps us. So that only leaves a 6, 7 and a 3. 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. And that... I mean, why does the 3 just have to go there? 6, where's the 6? Oh, because there's a 6, 7 down there. Ah, there you go. Whoops, oops, too many boxes again. There's a 3. So that gives me... That's not a 3, but it gives a 6, 7 pair there now. And that 3 there, resolve this one down here. And it's all coming out rather nice and easily now. That's not a 3, which means this one is that 1, 4 pair. That has to be a 3. Oh, there you go. This was useful after all. That's a 6, a 2, a 7, and finally we get this one is a 6, not a 7. So that resolves these ones, 6, 7, which means that can't be a 5 now. It's got to be a 2, 4 pair, so that's got to be the 5. That's the 4. Then we get the 9, 4 ones resolved. And that's not a 7. Get rid of that red thing there. That one's a 1. That's a 5. So much easier having these red marks on to not have to muck around spending hours looking for them. That's a 9. I mean, I could do it, but I'm a bit lazy. 249, that's a 249, 249, that's a 16, 14, isn't it? Oh, it's got to be a 249, 249, oops, not 6, 249, because of that row, and it's not a 9 because of that 9. And then that leaves a 16 there. Hope this ends up resolving. There's a 6 down there, yes, there we go. 1, 6, 4 to make 10, and the rest to just all fall into place. So 4, 2, 4, and 2, and a 9. Yay, congrats to me. So there we go. That was a little bit trickier than I had originally anticipated, but it wasn't too bad. You just had to see that 6, 9, what was it, 6, 9 something triple in here, 6, 7, 9 triple in here, which eliminated some of those things there, and then put in the rest of the combinations, and it gave you some other doubles and triples to work with. So I think it was a double 4, 9 or something. So a little bit harder than some of the other ones, but hopefully you got through it and enjoyed it anyway. And I will come back for some more later on. See you next time.